What's up, everybody? This is Review Box. I am your host, Nick.
I'm the other host, Jacob.
And today we have two special guests, Randy
and Nate.
And today we are doing the movie Obsession, directed by Curry Baker. And just to kind of get the numbers out of the way, the movie has only been out for a couple days. About a $1 million budget, a little lower, maybe 700,000, and it's already brought in 23 million. So it's a very, very profitable movie, and it was made on a budget, which is very surprising for some of the effects that they do. And that's just kind of like, it's like smart in a way, because it's like you're finding a way to get your movie made, and like the studios are going to take a risk on you because they're like, okay, well, we're not going to lose that much money. But that's not what it's really about. So we got Nate and Randy here today, and we're going to go over the movie, just a little bit about it, just to kind of set it up. Very simple. There is a character who really likes this girl. He comes across this magical item where you can make a wish. And what does he wish for, Nate?
For her to love him more than anything in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think was worded terribly, but whatever.
How would you have worded it?
I would have said maybe like, love me as much as I love them. You know, like to match his freak.
I do want to talk about that because she does some weird stuff where I'm like, how does that correlate to how he worded the wish? But we'll get into that later, I guess.
No, get into it now.
Because it's like, I'll love you more than anything in the world, all right?
Yeah.
But it's
he
like
does say anything in the fucking world.
But it's
right?
like, how does that correlate to you cooking a cat and making you eat it though?
Well, okay, you got to understand.
How does that show your love? Or like, I don't understand.
Look, there's a little demon in there. You can't admit. So basically, he gets his wish, and it's not all glamour and glitter, because there's also like demon involved, and it kind of like messes it up a little bit. Like what I was saying is like, look, the relationship's fine. She just, she gets a little crazy at night.
Well, if she calls herself Freaky Nikki, that's like a nickname that she had in the past, I guess. So that's like what the demon calls itself, Freaky Nikki.
No, the demon. I think that part specifically, the demon said that because like it took it as like he was trying to say it as like a cute nickname. What is it? What do you want to call it?
The director said it's not a demon.
Oh, what did he call it?
It's an entity.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So this demonic entity.
Sorry, Mr. Baker.
So like the entity, like yeah. So the entity or whatever is gets a little freaked up at night, gets a little weird.
I'll say.
I'm sorry.
I only watch you when you sleep.
I watch when you sleep.
Go back to sleep.
No, but like
That was creepy.
No. So yeah, you're right. Like what? Like it's like
No.
It's like
there's so many freakouts, but I guess I didn't. As I was kind of thinking about it, I was like, how does that like? I would have understood more if say the cat was alive, and then he's kind of like petting the cat. He's like, oh, I love this cat so much, and she's like, fuck no, you don't. Then she kills the cat, and then she cooks it up for him. I would understand that more as opposed to you cooking a dead cat. Like, what is that?
How I see it is that like he loved his cat and he made it very sure that day before, like when he made that wish, that he lost his cat, and it was a very big loss to him. So when the entity came to life,
The demon, yeah.
It seemed like, what's the best way to get his love? Make the cat a part of him. Talk about it, bring it up, even eat it.
Is that your honest interpretation, or
to be honest, that is my honest interpretation. I think it was like, because like I said, he made it very clear that he loved that cat, and as she wants to be the number one thing he loves, he's all like, let me be part of it. There's even mannerisms that she has where it seems like she's very cat-like. A lot of the
glowing eyes, kind of.
Eyes. Yeah, exactly.
That's actually interesting you say that, because how she's like adopting things that he loved. This is kind of like a big jump, but towards the end of the movie, I don't want to spoil it yet, but
no, you're fine. All right, guys, real quick, the movie is very new, so go see it in theaters. Never take our review first, then go see it. I would say watch it for sure, but if you have already watched it, there will be spoilers ahead, so you're free. Say whatever you want.
Spoilers now from here on out. So towards the end, when Bear is talking to Sarah, and like Nikki's getting jealous, like she's doing all these things to like stop him. Like
Sarah's one of his coworkers, by the way.
yeah,
They have a crush
Sarah's
on him.
one of the characters in the movie, by the way.
Sarah's a coworker that he has that off the bat in the beginning of the movie, they show that she has a crush on Bear. So you'll see throughout the movie where she has a, I guess like she worrisome attitude, and then she has like constant reminders of like, hey, are you okay? Are you okay? Things like that. So you'll see that this is a big obstacle for. No, not Bear. Nikki. It's a big obstacle for Nikki.
Sorry, continue.
No, yeah.
I apologize.
No, you're good. That was good. That was good. So yeah. So one thing I didn't notice on the first watch, I watched some like videos after, and I didn't notice this. She actually, like the cat, Nikki adopts features or characteristics of Sarah. So I don't know if you guys noticed towards the end, Nikki had like tattoos that weren't there before.
She drawn them on.
Yeah,
I
I did see that.
And she even started smoking. Like, do you guys remember the scene? She started smoking, and
Well, that was,
Nikki,
like, at
Nikki
the
didn't
end,
smoke, but Sarah did. So
Yeah.
she was like, like the cat, she's adopting things that she thinks will make Bear love her more. Because he's like, oh, if he's spending time with Sarah, I'm gonna kill her and be like her, so that he.
Yeah,
loves
that was
me
a
more.
messed up scene.
So
Yeah,
we should actually go talk about the scene where she dies. So
No, yeah, you bringing that up right now, yeah, that just actually gave the movie even more layers. I didn't even put that together because at first I was like, I thought she was just drawing like symbols on herself, but that makes so much more sense because like basically Bear was showing interest into Sarah and then she basically reflected that.
Synopsis. Bear is in love with Nikki. Nikki doesn't love him back. They go out after his cat dies. And, well, when he's at home, depressed about his cat dying, Nikki gives him a call to come out for trivia night. I'm saying trivia night. And during the phone call, she talks about dropping one of her crystals, one of those, I guess, like, what are they?
It's the
Clearing
crystals
crystals.
and basically.
So because he's in love with her, he wants to gift her another crystal necklace. So he goes to a crystal store, can't find something that she likes, and instead sees that there's this very rare collectible thing that people like called the One Wish Willow, right? Is that the name? It's so it's very simple. Make the wish, break the stick. That's it. You get one wish. And it specifically shows that you only have one wish, meaning whatever you do, this is going to be the only thing you're getting. Like, you can't change it, can't get another one. And Bear ruins it, taking her home. I guess like she asked if he liked them. He said no. She left, and he's like, I blew it, and it just immediately made the wish. What Nate said. What is he saying?
I
Like,
want
exactly?
Nikki to fucking love me more than anything in the world.
Exactly, and there you go. And then she becomes
But it's
obsessed.
like, I'm sorry, you want?
I was just gonna say the movie is very quick on like right when he does the wish. We get into it right away.
I'm just giving the synopsis because this is the wish, but what is the wish? It's the
But it was
One
like-
Wish Willow.
I was gonna say because like when she asked, "Do you like me?" Like, what was your guys' reading on that? Like, do you?
My reading was she doesn't like him back 100%. So it was
absolutely
more
not.
of a question, more like fuck, do I have to like tell him like leave it alone, or like do I have to act differently? Do I have to kind of steer away from it? It's almost like it's someone that doesn't like you back.
Because me and
That's
Nate
it.
were saying like earlier in the scene when they're at the bar, they're trying like she wants to go home. Like Ian, who's like his Bear's best friend or whatever, he's like, "Oh, go take your girl home," and she's like, "Ew, don't call me that."
Yeah.
And then like he gives a face like, "Ugh," and then we were talking about that like. You read it a different way, but I read it as he's like, "Ooh, sorry, bud. Like she doesn't like you like that." But you said it was a
I thought like when I first saw it, I thought it was more like like you're embarrassing me kind of thing. Like Ian, don't say that. But you thought it was more like, oh, like I can't believe Nikki said ill, you know?
yeah, because
Right.
it's like pretty much she just told you like she doesn't see you that way. Otherwise, she would be like, "Ha ha ha," or something. Like she would have done a more positive reaction as opposed to ill. So
Yeah, I think it was kind of what I was saying. Like this movie, what it shows, it's like it's the clear sign of like tunnel vision when you're like head over heels for somebody. I kind of like the way I explained it is like I only see you. Like say I only see you, Nate, but like Jacob's in love with me, but like I'm so hyper focused on this.
spoilers.
And I mean, it shows it good, and it like, Sarah likes Bear. Like Sarah was so like empathetic when the cat, because like she knew how much it meant, and you know, she was like being there for him, but he was still just so focused on this girl. And just to speak about Bear's character, he's like,
He's a bitch.
I will say this, like at first, I would say maybe before Act 2 starts, before The Wish, before The Wish, I kind of felt for him. I was like, okay, he's very isolated. He's a weirdo. He's like an introvert, but like very, very deep in it. And he's just very awkward. And it's kind of like he's lonely. Kind of has that lonely thing. And,
He's sympathetic.
and no game. He has no game.
The
Definitely not.
the movie really details like the character of who he is. It really shows you like the opportunities he could have done to fix or to like solve certain issues, but it really shows the person who he really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Especially
did
at
do
the
that.
end, yeah.
But
He's a very selfish
just like
person.
real quick, he's like so weird, and it's funny because in that moment when he takes Nikki home and he can confess his feelings, he obviously messes it up and then hints the wish. Literally, if he just said, you know what, let me just go for it. Hey, do you like me? And, you know, she said, no, this, and that. There you go. Movie's done. But obviously, you know, we need to have a movie.
So
And yeah, but let's like, instead of like summarizing the story so much, I mean, the way the horror was done in this movie, it was so refreshing.
yeah, I
think.
want Randy to speak on that because he posted something in our group chat
A
that kind
modern
of touches
jump
on that.
scare.
Yeah.
Curry Barker, that's his name.
Mm-hmm.
Curry Barker explains that he's not a big fan of jump scares.
Jump in front of the
To
camera.
be
loud
honest,
noise.
I'm not a fan of them either.
Yeah.
Not in the sense of like, oh, I'm scared. More in the fact that they're very predictable now.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of movies are trying really hard not to change that, which
Yeah,
I
they don't
genuinely
innovate.
think it's a movie. I feel like movies start to get better and better throughout the years, and people start finding different ways on, scenes, acting, like just everything in general. So like jump scares, it's one of the oldest things so far since like forever for horror movies, and I feel like they don't want to change that because it's an easy scare. It's an easy scare. But sometimes they're not as memorable. Sometimes it's just a quick, oh, and then that's it. You'll never talk about it again. In this sense, they use peripheral visions. The side, not even the main focus. It's like the side thing. It gives you creeps. Like it makes your spine chill. Like Nikki, there's a specific scene where Bear's sleeping with Nikki. He opens his eyes around 3 a.m. and then like he's looking around. Nikki's not in the bed, and like he's looking around. And the thing is, she's visible but not visible in the corner. She looks like a sweater almost. And then like when she talks, it gives everyone like, oh, what the hell? And then she pulls out to the side where like the glare from the moon we're showing, so like you can fully see her, and like that's such a better feeling because it makes you like, whoa, what the hell?
Yeah.
And there's another scene where he goes inside his house and she's moving backwards, like almost like like when they used to dance a dubstep on their hand. You know what I'm talking about? Like, what is it? Like just like this?
Yeah.
Where it feels like it's stop motion almost.
Yeah.
Like that. She was moving like that backwards, which, gives you like a whoa.
What the hell is that about?
About that, I wonder if the actress actually made those movements or is that edited? Because
Probably
if that's
both.
the actress, then that's
It was good.
crazy.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it was both.
Gotta give it up for her. She
Speaking
of
has
her, what is-
amazing facial
artificial
acting. Like the amount how she can just change her faces from like sad, serious, angry, happy, and then like her voice, like she'll be screaming at the top of her lungs to dropping it down. I think her name's Indy.
Indy Navarrete.
There we go. Yeah.
That's like
Navarrete.
Indy's a nickname though. I guess.
It's
Danielle
Indy
in-
Navarrete.
Yeah, she gets down. Like, speaking on her performance real quick, it's her facial expressions. I think she really, like, obviously the story of the movie is good itself because it's really a reflect of like toxic relationships, because those are true, obviously not to the extent that we see them in the movie, but I would say there's crazy scenarios, like minus the supernatural aspect of it, but her facial expressions is what sells it. 100%.
Her vocal range too.
Yeah, and
of
even-
being able
and-
to stop a mid scream just to be happy.
And even him, like even the guy, because Bear is just so once it gets into Act 2, he's so insufferable because it's just like, dude, are you serious? And it's like I try to give not say the benefit of the doubt because it's like he's madly in love with this girl, so like he wants it to work. But like him just being like, no, you can't eat the cat. Don't do that.
Or like, don't cook the cat.
Like
bro.
if she's a child.
And I'm like, bro, you're so like
Well,
you're,
he's
you're
such
so
a-
lost in the
He's
sauce.
such a passive character though too. He doesn't do much. Like I think he's just doing all these kind of messed up things. He's just kind of like letting it happen. Like obviously when he kills Sarah, bashes her hand with a friggin' brick, doesn't like do anything to stop it or like. And then like he helps. I guess he does actively help kind of get rid of the body, but like. So many things Nicky's doing, like he just kind of just lets it happen. Like she freaks out at the party.
Then again, I feel like that falls in the line of shock. That's just like a lot of people would react like that in general. Especially seeing someone like very close to you die immediately in your face.
Yeah, that's fair.
To someone that you love, you know, like that's.
I will say it was Sarah's fault.
It was Sarah's fault. She
Tired
wanted.
of this.
Please elaborate on that.
You know what? I'm tired of it. I'm gonna stand on it. Honestly, dude, you know what? The thing with Bear, bro, is like, dude, my steak is too juicy. My lobster is too buttery, dude.
You were going to say something.
He has it so goddamn good, dude. He has steak at home and he's over here trying to get some late night burgers, dude.
Trying to get Del Flacco.
And dude, I love the writing. I love Sarah's character. I love the actors in it. I love her and you know, just to set it up, there's a previous scene. They're at a party. She's there, and basically they're playing like drunk Jenga or whatever the heck, and basically, bam, it says. So first they have to switch spots, and my left. So you're Sarah. So Sarah's sitting here, and then Nicky's over there. He gets the thing, and he's like, kiss the person on the left. At this point, the entity has already taken over Nicky like fully. And what I loved about seeing this movie in theaters is that collectively everyone in the theater was so invested into the story.
Yeah.
So when he read the line, kiss the person to the left, you know the movie's doing a good job when everybody in the theater goes, oh, because
Yeah.
we know as an audience, and it kind of goes into Curry Baker's interview when he's saying, hey, you know, like Barker.
I think. Oh God. Check.
Like he goes into talking about how like, you know, the horror audience has matured. They're not stupid, which was a great thing. You know, like we're not stupid. And it's like we're all collectively invested. And that was so great to see with an audience because we all went, oh.
Because he's going
like,
for the
I think he's in the party
Yeah.
too.
He knows
Curry Barker's in the party.
he knows how to
Probably
make you
I wouldn't
uncomfortable.
He's not on the couch. He's the one like behind
in
the
the
couch
background,
talking.
But he knows how to make you uncomfortable. And I think like going a little kind of backtracking real quick, like the jump scare thing, the aspect was like, look, she's in the corner. She's walking up. The camera's not leaving her. And I think it's forcing you to be uncomfortable rather than, you know, a jump scare is like, like I got you. Obviously he's going for the long run.
Synopsis too.
But backing, yeah, I'm not trying to summarize too much, but like backing into it, like again, kiss the person to your left. We're like, oh my God. And then
And she
basically
loud yell.
Nikki walks up, no, like moves her out of the way,
No,
right?
she doesn't. She just does that face.
She does that face, yeah.
Silently, she just gets up. Like we stay on Bear and Sarah, and like we're just kind of like you see Sarah or Nikki come behind Sarah, loudly grab her chair and screech as she's pulling it back, gets on her knees, and then just like offers herself up to kiss Bear. Like she doesn't scream.
Oh, okay. Is that
Oh, I thought she
That's a
yelled.
different scene.
no, or is that literally right after? Because then she
just freak out. Because I learned that too. Like that's the real Nikki trying to get the fuck out. Like that's she does it a lot in the movie.
but
It's like
again,
trying to fight against the entity.
Bear shouldn't have read that. He should have drank, and he should have. You know what? He shouldn't even went to the party.
home.
He should have stayed
I
home.
could have just lied and be like,
No, dude, I'm tired.
take a
I'm tired of
shot.
Bear, dude. He had it all, dude.
I'll say Bear is the worst character in horror ever.
I don't know
like
about
this
that,
guy.
buddy.
Not
this
the
guy,
worst.
not
I
the
just think his
worst.
decision.
No,
This
no,
guy
let's hear
is
it, let's hear it, let's
this
hear
guy lacks like every ounce of accountability. Like throughout the whole movie, like there's so much. Like he knows exactly what's going on with Nikki, and his friends are like, "Dude, what's wrong with her? What's wrong with her?" And he like just refuses to tell them.
Well,
like
he lies.
until the very end. He doesn't talk about the one wish at all. He says it after she kills Sarah to his friend Ian. But before that, he like rolls with the idea that she was on drugs or I mean she was right.
Or she was sad about her dad having
Yeah,
cancer.
about her dad having cancer supposedly. So he knew those weren't true, but he was going along with it because he didn't want to believe that he was living a lie. Because he, in his mind, he's like, he has the girl of his dreams. He has Nikki, whether or not it's like good.
He fully believed that she loved him.
Right? Yeah. He was kind of delusioned into believing the lie, and like, hey, I can understand his point, but like, dude, come on.
No, yeah. Eventually, you need to see it, and I think what the entity does of a good job is that when the entity first takes over Nikki, that very first night, real Nikki is still very present, and like that's why he's like, "Whoa, you made me feel like I did something wrong." And then the entity does a good job of like basically locks it down, and then it has a little montage of like, "Oh, they're a good, happy couple." So I guess that really does feed into the delusion, and obviously we talked about this the other night, but for the sake of the pod, is like, so the drunk Jenga sets up that sets up the I have to kiss the girl to my left, which is Sarah, and then. Couple scenes later, Sarah's like, "Hey, I need to talk to you late at night." Again, the audience is like, "Oh my God, bro, don't do it." And of course, Bear, being the guy he is, leaves the juicy steak and goes to talk to Sarah.
About the scene before that, before he leaves.
Well, no. I'm just getting to Sarah. Like,
okay.
So when he gets back to Sarah and basically like he's talking to her, and that was a pivotal moment right there. That was like, hey, Bear, this is your last chance to redeem yourself. You can say, hey, Sarah, this is going to sound crazy, but I think, you're right. Something really is wrong with Nikki. Now, you're not going to believe this, but she's possessed by something. And she's done this to me, this to me, this to me, this to me. I don't know what to do. Instead, he's like, oh, boy, you got to the college? And then Sarah's like, well, you were on to my left, and they're fucking flirting. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
She's acting like that because her dad's dying.
Nikki gets her lick back and basically fucking kills her.
Well, you said that was his last chance to redeem himself. I argued the scene before that was his last chance because the real Nikki. So you sneak it out to go meet Sarah.
Yes.
Before we go fully into
let him say it.
All right,
Yeah.
So I was just going to say, like, the scene preceding that. He's trying to sneak out to go meet Sarah, and Nikki's still asleep. And as he's kind of tiptoeing out, she's like, "Bear," he's like, "What?" Like the real Nikki's coming out, she's asleep, just like put me out of my misery, basically, like just kill me, like, and just like that was his last chance. He sees the real Nikki's like present now, and she's practically begging him, like, please just put me out of my misery, just kill me, and he's just like, is it so bad, being with me? And then she's like, I've never been with you. Like, I know you guys are saying he was feeding the delusion, but I think he knew. Like, he always knew this wasn't real. I mean, in the beginning, no. I think he always believed it wasn't real because he made a wish that she would fall in love with him. It's not real love. Like, he knew what he was doing the entire time. Like, there was never a delusion in his mind. He kept, like, lying to his friends because he didn't want them to know the truth. Mm-hmm. So that's just my argument. That was
no, it's valid. So you don't. Okay, so do you feel like what could he have done that would have been redeemable at that scene right there when the real Nikki is talking to him?
Actually, just, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't say kill her. Like, at least like listen, hear her out. Like, Nikki, are you okay? What's happening? Like, where are you? Like,
you're 100% right.
So it's like something, like at least make an attempt. The only attempt he ever made was when he called the number, like, can I undo the wish? Can I undo the wish?
Yeah, and that guy was great customer service.
Yeah, that was a great scene too. We don't have to get into it, but watch the movie again. But that was a great scene. But
yeah, I mean, no, I agree with that. That was the moment. That was probably the first moment when it's like, Bear, what? Like you could have changed and you decided like not to, and then the next scene you really, and then it's just like now you just want two girlfriends.
But it's
like
what are you doing
here?
This poor innocent girl killed. Like Sarah doesn't know what the heck's going on, and like she gets her poor face bashed in. Like the gore is like, it was almost an NC-17 rating because there was going to be more head bashing scenes like that, but they removed a lot of them. That was like the last one. Mm-hmm. And then when you see her violated body in the end too, like still face bashed in, all naked, and like you said, she's dressing up like Sarah, drew tattoos on herself, smoking. I'm just
I
like,
didn't even catch that the first time.
I was like, oh, it was so gross.
And then
the movie does a really, really good job in making us not see Sarah as like some 2D character. They give her a lot of they give her a lot of depth. Yeah. Like one of the main things is the college thing. her father owns the music business, the store that they work in, the music store. And they show that she's trying to get into college, how emotional she gets with speaking about college, and then how much the feelings that she has for Bear. And it's a good little sprinkle instead of being like, oh, this is a character that likes him, let's kill her off. It made you kind of feel in that scene when Bear got into the car, it's just like, dude, just run away with her. Like, it made you feel that, which I think the movie did so amazing on, like really giving her depth.
I was just like, Bear, what are you doing? Go home. You have it good at home. I'd be like, look, dude, she's a little, she's a little possessed. She's a little possessed at night, but like besides that, you're fine.
I wanted to say for the audience, he's mostly joking. I can't tell.
Dead
He's not.
serious.
He's not.
I'm pro
That guy's
toxic
evil.
relationship.
He's dead ass.
Okay, so I just want the audience to be
on
aware.
some gay shit.
Um,
Very serious about that.
Little Easter egg
joke.
that not a lot of people catched. I literally just saw an interview with Curry Barker. When Bear takes out the One Wish Willow, it plays a tune, and when he pulls it out again, the tune is distorted. It happens because it's trying to show that it doesn't get the full power of what it is.
Because you can't get a second wish.
Little fun fact.
Just like moving along, because we are talking a lot about the plot and everything like that. Nate, is there like a scene that's your favorite or just stands out to you? Like,
I think it would be. Honestly, I think the dinner scene, like before, I think that's the turning point of the movie, right?
The
Like
restaurant,
before that, everything was all like sunshine and rainbows. But that scene really started when Bear was like, "What the fuck?" is
Foot
going
job
on?"
under the table.
Yeah, like so
Maple syrup.
basically like that scene is like they're just having dinner, and I think doesn't he find out that her dad doesn't actually have cancer?
Ian calls him.
So he like goes around the corner and he's like talking on the phone, but the camera is kind of showing Bear, and then on the left side it's like some empty space, and all you see here
It's
is
out
like
of focus.
you see her walk out, look, and then walk back all creepy. And like I just thought, I was like, what the hell? And then he goes back and confronts her. Does your dad really have cancer? And then she is like, no.
Starts off,
Like,
no,
I'm
'cause I think that's the real Nikki going no, and then Anthony's like no. That's when like it starts freaking out. Like all right, like that's when it really, like you said,
Yeah.
takes a turn. So that was your favorite.
yeah, and that's when I started seeing the actresses like range. Because
yeah.
before that show, it was kind of like, there was some creepy stuff going on, but that was her first freak out of the film, and I was just like kind of like, I was like, okay, what the fuck? And yeah, so I think that was my favorite scene.
It goes all
Yeah.
downhill from there.
Yeah, then from there, yeah, it's done.
Randy, did
Yeah.
you have a favorite scene or anything?
This isn't even a joke. When she shits herself.
Wait, pisses me?
All right, guys, that was Review Box. Thank you.
So he goes to work, right? So he leaves for work. Before he even left, the door is taped like
Yeah,
crazy, duct tape crazy.
Not even get out.
And he gets out, and then she's standing right there in front of the door, and then smiles. And then the camera pans down to her pissing herself. And then when he comes back, he sees that there's just shit and piss and vomit all over her. That she was just waiting there all day. That's what made me like, oh my god, like this is.
But again, that's at that point he should be like, oh my god, like this is horrible. Like I need to fix this. Like, but it's just like, well, go clean up, honey, and then by the way, I'm going to a boys' night. You're not allowed to go. Like, I hate this guy. Well, I really hate this guy.
he should have just stood home.
What's your
Calm
favorite
down.
scene?
My favorite thing? Favorite scene.
Was the part he was like,
That was right after the
That
dinner
was-
scene.
Okay.
and she was staring right
The
at the camera.
sex scene was so disturbing because
Uncomfortable. That was your favorite scene.
no, it's not my favorite
Okay,
scene.
let's bring it up.
It was so like uncomfortable because like we see Nikki's face and she looks distraught. It looks like it's the real her like witnessing and this is happening to
stuck in
her.
her own body.
So like that was so disturbing. But what was
Mine was
scene?
like, again like the scene where she's like out of like he's asleep in bed. He wakes up. He's like, well, where'd she go? And then you can see like a streak of light. You see like a human-like figure, and then you later see it's her. Like go back to sleep. I like watching you sleep. I was like, what? I was like, that.
I'd have
scene just
said
stayed
yes,
with me.
ma'am.
You're right.
And
Good
then,
night.
And then she gets back into bed with him, and then I think she does right. And then like he's like, and then he moves, and she's like, stay. I think that was that scene, right? Too.
Mm-hmm.
That was just like that scene was crazy to me. That
The
was
whole time I would have said yes, ma'am.
Your
Yes.
scene.
Yeah.
Sorry, ma'am.
yes,
Yes, ma'am. Won't happen again, ma'am. No, let's stay home. No boys' night. Let's stay home. Yes, ma'am.
What's your scene, bud?
A scene that sticks out to me is when he goes to talk to Sarah, because one, I've said it, it shows who Bear really is to me, because that was like a really like, dude, what? And then it was the framing of it, because you're smart enough to be like, something's gonna happen. It's gonna be bad. She's gonna show up. It's just a matter of when is she gonna show up.
I was like, it was either going to be most likely through the window, but part of me was like, well, what if they could surprise you? That you could see like 2 hands come up from behind her and start choking her out.
Yeah.
Could have also been that. That would have been
Nah,
crazy.
dude, that was I know like jump scares aren't.
She broke
We
it.
were
with the
literally
brick.
just saying like jump scares aren't like scary, but this jump scare was so good because you can see her running from the distance to the window for that car scene,
Well, I
and it
also-
made you go, oh, like what is she gonna
Like,
do?
here she goes, and it was like, you know, it wasn't like she just breaks the window, grabs her head, and like hits it against the wheel. It was like for some reason she's equipped with a brick.
Yeah, I didn't even do it. I didn't even notice the brick.
A rare
until, like,
item.
You guys had told me about the brick. I was like, I thought she was just bashing her head against the steering wheel. I was like, damn, that's a lot. Either way, that's a lot of fucking force to
Yeah.
bash someone's head in. Like
That's a good point you made, because I was kind of wondering after watching this film, entity that took over her body. Does she get like some kind of like strength boost, or is she still like Nikki's strength? Because like the shit she was doing in this movie,
Nah, dude, she's just that
seemed
powerful.
like kind of like
that belt.
I feel
Is
like
that-
she.
is that something you
I
guys
feel
thought
like she
about?
got a buff.
Yeah, got a buff,
obviously.
okay.
A minor one.
The entity
'cause
buff.
again,
Well,
we joked about it, but she's like bashing her head in a lot. She doesn't die. Like I think she
What
gets
is it?
a little minor buff.
Love stops or love
Love conquers all.
conquers all. So it's like the
Oh,
love.
goodness.
That's just love strength. It's like when a mother would lift a truck or a car for her baby. It's like that. It's the adrenaline.
So
That's just love.
okay.
And you know what? After I saw that, I'd be like, yes, ma'am, I'll go home. Okay, I'm going home.
I say yes, ma'am. No, actually, I wouldn't even have been in the car with Sarah.
yeah, you said that.
Sarah would have texted me. I would have woke Nikki up and said, "Look, I'm not. Look at that. She
Then
she
she
texted
like,
me.
like, okay,
I love-
You go back to sleep.
Yeah,
We'll take care of this.
I'm gonna be right here.
I love that the director
I'm
gave
gonna
us
curl
what is it called? He gave us a foreshadow that was just quick. A quick foreshadow is just like I think they were leaving the job and they were just like, oh, did you know Sarah's dad keeps a gun in the store? Just the throwaway foreshadow because it's all like the viewer will know what the hell that means at the end. And then at the end when they're hiding Sarah's body, they're at the store and it doesn't show him grab the gun either. It makes you it shows you he doesn't grab the gun, does he?
Unless she did, because she had a memory. She's like, oh, why don't you love me? And then she's like, I'm gonna kill myself if you don't like, she had the gun, right?
Was it?
I think so, but it didn't show her grabbing it. She just had it in the scene.
Yeah, so that foreshadow was just like the gun's there. She grabbed it, and I like that. I like because it makes it feel like the viewer's not done. We don't have to give you like a 20-minute foreshadow for a
You're like,
four
oh, by the
second
way, my
scene.
gun is locked in the locker. Don't forget about my gun, guys.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just
Wink,
one line.
wink.
There's
Yeah.
actually another foreshadow that I seen. You know how the cat dies in the beginning from eating the pills and stuff. It's the same way that Bear dies, and I don't know if that was intentional or
I think it was.
Yeah.
was it?
I think it was, but you know what's so funny? The only thing, and maybe if you guys have the answer, but I just didn't like how the pill bottle in the beginning had the writing "Do not eat," and then I think Jacob said, "Well, because it was his grandma's prescription." But then I was like, "Okay, but like, who is she writing that for?" Like,
Probably, could have been he wrote it for her because
She could have Alzheimer's, forgets
Oh,
it.
dementia.
okay, but then I don't know.
Well, then I guess you're saying, why would she read that? Like, if she has Alzheimer's, why?
Yeah,
don't
like
know.
do
Because
not
she just
eat.
has to, because she knows it's a routine. Then she has to just grab a pill, and she's like, "Okay, this is the one I don't have to eat." This
Okay,
is the
okay,
one
so,
I do.
okay. Yes, I hear you, but then even to go on that, why does she have a pill that says "Do not eat"?
It could be, what is it?
A suppository?
Suppository?
That's crazy.
Well, I mean, if we knew what the pill was, it would make more sense.
I think it
but-
might have said on the prescription. I don't know too much, but
Or it
it's
could
like
be the cat's medicine. Who knows?
no, it wasn't
It
the
said
cat's
Barbara.
medicine.
It
But
said
why would
Barbara.
the cat?
I think-
the cat read it. The cat didn't read it.
I think we're not addressing the elephant in the room.
Huh.
Viewers at home, if any of you had those pill bottles, you know that you have to push them down and then twist. So how the hell did the cat fucking open that?
It was already open.
That is
I
true.
think because he was. I think because he even was trying to close it or something. He's like, what the? And
Well, if
then
you
he
guys
put
didn't
it
see, the
back.
cat had thumbs.
Yeah, the cat had disposable thumbs.
This is a very smart cat. Okay, guys.
That's why.
That's
was so
why
sad.
Bear was so sad. This was actually the smartest cat in the world.
Yeah.
He actually won a Guinness Book of World Records. If you didn't see it, the house he owns, it's not his grandma's. It's what the country gave him after winning that Guinness Book of World
Because
Records.
of the cat.
Because
No,
of the cat.
I okay. What I will say that I didn't like is like, Bear, your cat died. It looks like you're not in an apartment. Why did you just put the cat in a trash bag and go on with your day?
Pretty much.
Be-
I feel like,
Because-
why didn't you just bury it right then and there, or take it somewhere to get stored, not just leave it in your kitchen or what it may be? Like, I get it for like the sake of the movie, so like, you know, she's like, oh, it's a little memorial.
No, I think that it shows how irresponsible he is off the bat. That's my interpretation.
I feel like that's not even That's not even being irresponsible.
no, because look, what
that's
he
just
did.
being
No,
stupid.
because look, his immediate idea.
Like, your cat dies, and your immediate idea is to put the cat in the trash bag and be like,
No,
they're gonna
look,
pick it up Monday.
I
So
agree.
he picked up the cat, put it in the trash bag. Well, no, on his way home, he already thought, "Oh, I'm going to tribute night." That's his main idea because he's gonna go see Nikki. Cat dies. Oh no, this is my cat, but it's also an inconvenience. I'm just gonna put it in the trash. I don't want to deal with this. And then like Nikki's like, "You have to come," and he goes, "All right, I'm gonna go." Definitely just irresponsibly
well,
forgets
first
the
he
cat.
said
Okay, I get
no.
you there.
First he
I hate
said
this
no,
guy. Now that I
but
think
either
about
way.
it. Yeah. All right, Nate. Question for you. When would you be like, "Hey, this relationship's a problem"? You made the wish.
After
I
the
made
death.
Yeah.
Okay. Before batshit crazy happens, or
No. Like
Oh,
when?
like when I would
You-
cut it off.
When is your line? Where does she cross the line for you?
Honestly,
He's like never.
I think it would be okay. I would for sure. I think honestly, it would be the sleeping scene. So if I'm in bed and I wake up at 3 a.m. and I see my girlfriend in the corner of the room watching me sleep, and I wake up, I'm like, babe, and she's like, go back to sleep. I'm out that fucking house. I'm out of there, dude.
Yeah, that's already
I'm
duct
out of
tape.
there. I don't care.
You're duct tape, bro.
I'm
That
done.
door,
Yeah, yeah.
that door's
I'm
already
done.
duct tape. You're
I'm
stuck.
telling all my friends, yo, that girl's crazy. You know,
Valid.
he had a
Valid.
lot of I don't know what you call it, patience or
Yeah.
whattever.
Or he had a lot of way outs.
No, patience,
you know.
but-
Yeah, but no, yeah, that would have been it for me. That's
See that I'm more of a yes, ma'am.
a lot of
Even
different
if she-
lot of
even
different
if she
opinions here.
defecates all over herself, pees all over herself.
But that was your fault because you left. You should have stayed home.
He had to
Exactly.
work, buddy. He has to make money. Like,
No, that's his grandma's house. He doesn't have to buy a house.
He could have called
pay
off.
for food. I wish
She loves you so much, you'd be like, "Go get food," and she'll
She
do
even
it.
she even jokingly says like, "Oh, if you can't get out, you can just stay home." He's like, "No, I have to go and work." It was like,
Yeah.
What
Okay.
scene would you stop at? I have mine off the bat.
you don't have a limit. I think your limit's gonna be like, "I don't have one."
My limit is when I die.
There you go. See,
But no, my real one's different.
for real one. Like, okay, what'd you say? What was the question? Like, when I call it off, or like when do I notice something's off?
No, like when would you end that relationship?
Pretty much, yeah. When she bashes someone's head in with a brick, I think that's
That's pretty far in.
That's
I'm not
far
gonna-
in.
I was gonna say.
I
like,
actually.
He said, "Fuck the cat sandwich." Like, 'cause
That's
that was
true.
before.
I was gonna
So
say,
you're gonna eat your cat dog?
I don't have a cat, but I
You
was,
know
I
what?
was gonna say the pooping scene. I was like,
You're a sicko because you're like, well, I think it'd be too far once I was ready to cheat on her, and then she catches me and
Well,
kills the girl.
No, that's not. I'm
then
not,
it's too far.
I'm not Bear in this scene. It's just like, where does it go too far? I'm like, oh yeah, when you kill somebody, that's a little too far for me. But
Can I be
Oh my
honest? My
gosh!
scene?
Yeah, go for it. No, lie to me.
Like, weirdly enough, I wouldn't even be with her yet. The scene after I make out with her the first time in the bed and she fucking jumps out, that's when I'd be like, no, I'm not doing this, like, at all. Personally, that's when I would literally stop right then and there.
Oh, you mean like when the real person comes out?
Yeah,
and
like,
like
right
freaks
when
out?
right when
Okay.
like they're like, oh, take me to your house, and then like they start making out, and then she's like freaks out right then and there. I'm like, no, this chick's probably like schizophrenic, whatever. I'm over it.
fair.
I'm already done. That's when I would stop, like a normal human being, not when the bricks see.
Yeah, guys, we're gonna see a doctor after this.
okay, wait. I'm not saying it has to follow the exact trajectory of it. I'm just saying if somebody kills somebody in front of me.
But we're
yeah.
saying like in the sense of that movie, like where would you stop?
Oh, you
that
didn't
scene
s-
happens.
You didn't say that. You just said when would you like? What do you find? Where did you ask? You told Nate like where would you in a relationship? Where would you call it?
I'd
Okay,
call-
you're following the same timeline as Bayer in the movie, so we're okay. what
That's
would you
not what he said, though, is what I'm saying. He said, what is
Actually,
the trajectory?
because I have game, I'd call it right when they go like, "Oh, take your girl home." It's like, "Ew." I'd be like, "All right, new bitch."
I mean, well,
I got game.
I feel
I'll do
like
it.
Anyone has more game than Bear. That guy has like no riz whatsoever.
Where would you stop, bud?
I'm God's strongest shoulder.
Shoulder.
I ruined that one. Dude.
Not God's favorite
Let's do a
vocabulary.
retake.
I'm
and
going.
Go.
I'm going for it. I'm going for all the glory, everything. I'll be like, hey, she's like, watch you sleep again.
Yeah, he's all for the
Yes,
Toxicos,
ma'am.
guys.
I would have never. Hear me out, ladies. I'm loyal. I would have never been in the car with Sarah. That's cheating. He cheated on her. Did he not cheat on her?
Yeah.
Was okay. Look it. Was he not about to cheat on
He
her?
was emotionally cheating. He hadn't officially cheated yet.
Okay, hold up.
He was
buddy.
going to.
This pothole. Pause that. We're gonna dissect that. That's cheating, buddy.
I'm
That's
not saying it's not. Did I say it wasn't cheating? I said that's still cheating. But
you know. You just said that's not officially cheating.
I said that's emotionally
you said
cheating.
you said it's emotionally
difference?
cheating. That's not officially cheating. Emotionally cheating
God,
is
dude.
cheating.
I'm not saying it's not cheating. I'm just saying like.
So it
if
would
he had ma-
officially be cheating.
If he kissed her, that's cheating. Yeah, but he
No, no.
he was in the emotionally.
he was
cheating.
about to kiss her.
I'm
That's
not saying
cheating.
he wasn't.
Jacob.
So hear me out.
Me and you are a couple, and and I say, Randy, we should have kissed that at that party.
I'll give you a kiss right now.
Is that not cheating?
Don't
I
get
never
scared.
said that. You guys are like putting words in my mouth. I'm not saying that's what it is.
You know what you want in your mouth? You want a different girl's mouth on your mouth. That's what you are. You cheater.
Oh my
That's
God.
true.
Look. Never mind. That's gonna get too. It's gonna,
No,
it's gonna get too rated R. Look, it's gonna get too rated R for review box. I forget where I'm at, but
Come on, boys.
Look,
not until next
I
time.
pulled out, so it's not cheating.
that's cheat. Nah, that's cheat. Nah.
I don't
No,
condone cheating.
'cause
I'm
how
really
I
against
see it,
cheating.
look at
I'm
how I-
against it. Sorry.
That scene with Sarah. I'm still on your left. And the way he got all flustered, all
Yeah.
This
I'm
is
not-
Nick's
Dude,
scenario.
when he was ready, dude, he was dude. In my
I'm not
opinion,
denying that.
In my opinion, they were already butt naked about to do it, and I'm like, nah, bro.
This
you're
is
just
Nick's
thinking
scenario.
dumb.
She goes, "I'm on your left," and then Nick would be like, "This is my right."
No, my scenario.
he advocates
my,
for violence against
guys,
women,
you got it all
gotcha.
mixed up. My scenario is I would have said, Nikki, wake up. Sarah's texting me. She sounds crazy. What do you want to do about it?
And then she goes to bash her in the head with a brick. So,
And
yeah.
and
That's a rational man right there.
and whose fault is that? It's Sarah.
Sarah.
wait. Okay, wait. Actually, to counteract that, Sarah doesn't know the extent of like what Nikki is willing to do. Like she doesn't know that. Oh, if I pull up, I mean, yes, this is after the party scene.
Yes.
So she's like, oh yeah, she fucking bashed her face in and like acted all crazy, but she doesn't know like, oh, she'll literally kill me. You
Okay,
know? So
you-
there's that too.
No, 100%. I'll take back what I said about Sarah. Bear should have known in the right sense of how crazy Nikki has been is maybe I shouldn't go talk to the girl who has a crush on me. But again, obviously, it's dude, I love the setup of, you know, I was on your left. And you know he would, dude, if Nikki never showed up to save the day, he would have kissed her and he would have been a cheater. No, I'm just kidding. Even though he already cheated on her right then and
Okay.
there.
Do you think if Nikki didn't freak out and move her, he would have kissed her at the in that moment at the party?
Honestly, and like in reality, if he did that, that's cheating right there. And like,
Yeah.
oh babe, I only kissed her because the game told me to.
yeah.
What?
She would have killed everyone at that party. Dude, it would have been a bloodbath.
like that
that should have
was-
been an alternate ending.
I feel
Yeah.
like that was going to be the scene. Like again, it was supposed to be an NC-17. I really think if they had kept that, she would have annihilated everyone at that party.
Right? Totally. We're gonna move into the ratings, but I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna call in a friend here.
What is with that name?
Okay. Well, crazy. All right. What up, Mike? You're live on the pod.
Big Mike.
What up, everybody?
All right, dude. So, open up with one of your favorite scenes, and then just give us the overall rating of the movie.
I think probably one of my favorite scenes. Probably I think like one of the darker scenes where you kind of like really see who the villain of the movie is that part where where Barry he's leaving and he's gonna go meet Sarah, and then you kind of hear. I think he's kind of like a real voice kind of come through, like when she's like sleeping, when she's like sleeping and she's like, she's sleeping, right? She's like, kill me now. And then you know, like instead of being like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" You know, like, "How can I help you out?" Or like, you know, like, "What's going on? Like, where are you?" You know, he just kind of like makes that switch, and he's kind of like, "Well, what's so wrong with being with me?" You know, you know, kind of making it about himself. I was like, dude, that shit was crazy dark. So I thought that was a really well written scene.
Yeah, no, it really was. Okay, before your overall rating, I guess I have two questions. Is one, do you think Bear cheated on Nikki in the van scene? Like in the sense of like he was gonna kiss her if Nikki didn't show up, right? Or how do you
Yeah.
feel?
I feel like, yeah, like I feel like it was gonna totally go there because, like, you know, like I felt like he was like vibing with her and like, yeah, like, and you know, she was saying, you know, like, oh, you know, like I was a girl like on your left, you know, and they were gonna totally have a moment, you know, like he was kind of like not thinking about her, you know, like he wanted like this other thing now, you know, like, and I think that was probably kind of the thing, you know, he was just very like flip floppy all over the place, but yeah, no, again, I think if she hadn't come and did what she did, she would have. You know, I would have totally had a moment, yeah.
100%.
So you're saying Sarah deserved that?
I don't know about that. No, because I felt like it was kind of like what like Nikki said, where like, you know, she's like, you know, this is your fault, you know, like you came over here, but I don't know, like it was kind of like a really like fucked up situation anyway. You know, like I felt like they had a moment, but no, but did she deserve to die? Absolutely not, no.
Yeah.
Because like she was just kind of like doing, I don't know, I felt like, you know, like she was coming from a place where, like, you know, like, I mean, like, she was like, I don't really understand what's going on here, you know, but like, this is how I feel, you know, like, maybe it's wrong, maybe it's something not to tell you, but, you know, like, because it was more of like, not just her, like, saying her feelings, but, you know, but she was like, kind of like being like clear with Barry, you know, hey, you know, like, Nikki and I forget the name of the guy, you know, they were hooking up, you know, so the way it is, you know, yeah. You know, and then like, you know, like she had even told me, you know, that she was gonna friend zone you. So like, I don't really understand what's going on here. You know, like I think she's using you, but whether that was like truthful or maybe just her kind of putting it out there to work to her benefit, I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah. So then last question before your rating. Say if you were Bear, when in the movie would you when does Nikki cross the line for you? When would you be like, hey, this is bad, I need to get out of this?
Fuck. I mean, there was fucking signs there from the beginning, you know, like, what are you doing? You know, like, why are you making the switch on me? But, like, where it probably started to get, like, too crazy. Fuck. I don't know.
All right, we'll come back to that.
I think probably that, like, scene where, like, she was, like, I think right off the bat, you know, like, she was kind of, like, even like the cat right there, you know, like she had the fucking like the mural of the cat, and she's like, oh, you know, like I wanted to celebrate it, you know. She's like, oh, you know, like would it be great to do this and that? I'd be like, all right, bro, chill.
All right, copy. And then lastly, What is your rating of the movie?
I give it like a 9.5.
A 9.5 out of 10. Hell yeah.
Really good movie, yeah. Really good movie.
Well, hell yeah. Thank you, Mike. We're gonna get to it, but thank you for phoning in. We were phoning a friend.
Absolutely, guys. Yes, sir.
Bye, Mike.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right, peace, bro.
Bye.
All right, he's a straight pussy for just giving up right there at the cat mural. Just kidding.
You
see that, Mike? I'll clip that to you. But
Bro's locked in.
dude, it's just like, you know, it's Bear. He just continues to make mistakes. No, I'm just kidding. Let's move into everybody's rating real quick. So we'll start with you, Nate.
Like I said, I'm gonna stick with my rating. I gave it a 9 out of 10. I think that's like one of the I'll say top 10 horror movies I've seen. I wouldn't say the best. Like Randy said earlier, how it just doesn't rely on traditional jump scares, like just back to back. It lets you sit in that uncomfortable feeling for like, you know, a few minutes, and then maybe it'll throw a jump scare at you, or maybe it won't. Maybe it'll just have some creepy like ambiance, whatever. And like I said, the actress, she steals the show. She, like, Nikki just like makes you just feel like at ease. Like, no, unease. Wait.
Yeah.
Him at ease.
You feel at ease. All right,
Wait,
bud.
Yes, ma'am.
Own it, bud.
Damn, Nikki,
No,
you're on
unease.
show?
Makes you feel unease,
Now
you know?
I know what kind of woman you like, bro.
No, because like watching the movie, like I literally didn't feel safe. And
all of a sudden.
yo, okay,
I love that. I didn't feel safe.
I did not.
I know you love her.
Oh, stupid. All right.
So yeah, so 9 out of 10. And yeah, that movie is scary as shit. So
Your rating? Just your rating.
I gave it a 9.
9 out of 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll also give it a 9 out of 10.
I will also give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Overall
And
rating.
then, all right, cool. So, damn, all 9 out of 10 across the board.
36 out of 50.
36. Damn, that doesn't sound right.
That doesn't, because I think I just said
Wait,
something
no,
random.
I don't think he did. Wouldn't it be,
Yeah, I just randomly
wouldn't
said
it
a
be-
number.
Wouldn't it be 46?
well, I think Mike because
No.
45.
Oh,
Okay, if I
45
with
out of
Mike?
50. Oh, 5
9,
Mike.
18,
Look,
27,
dude, this is
30.
not
never mind.
this is not a math podcast. Anyways, your final thoughts before we go.
Final thoughts? Give it up to my boy. What's his name? His homeboy?
Ian?
Ian.
That guy's a
$2
piece of-
billion.
Fuck that fool.
Well, he's $1 billion richer than anyone else here.
Until you got domed out, so.
You didn't have to say that. You didn't have to.
All right, and then Nate, your final thoughts.
on some gay shit, fuck Ian, bruh. That guy was like the worst, fakest homie, bruh. He was hooking up with Nikki the whole time. No one said nothing, bro. I don't know. And he was a billionaire for 2 minutes and he died. All right, whatever.
No, okay,
You
real,
didn't have to say that, bro.
you know what, real, just why did he have to chase his homie after he got the $1 billion? He,
For real.
he should have just left.
Why is it-
Anyways,
it's weird.
Everyone knows the rule is once you come up, you drop your day ones. That's it. I'm out.
Nah, dude. He chased after him because he was just like, dude, we got $1 billion. That's a homie.
I don't think he was like, no, he's like, oh my God, it is real. I got $1 billion. He didn't say we.
Yeah, but it's more like the only reason you go there is like, dude, what are we gonna do next?
The only reason he went over there because he was supposed to die and then he got shot and died.
yeah.
He didn't go over there to laugh at him. He was already there at his house. He chased after him. He's all like, dude, I got $1 billion. What are we doing?
Final thoughts for me is it was a refreshing movie, and what it's about is, I will say this, I'm not going to get all philosophical, is that toxic relationships at the end of the day are not fun and they're very bad, but hell, you have such a good time while you're in them. Because you're blinded by a lot of things. And I know that sounds like a joke, but it is really true.
It's rose.
I'm glad he
shaded
finally
glasses?
comes to see reason in toxic relationships aren't possible.
Okay, calm down, buddy.
But yeah, I wrote my final thoughts. I was thinking about this movie ever since we saw it. But so my final thoughts. This movie was like an emotional roller coaster. It started off slow, but built to a chaotic crescendo of maddening love and cringe. Obsession shows us what can happen when an innocent crush and a wish can spiral out into something truly terrifying. Did Bernard, which is Bear, did Bear truly love Nikki? Or did he actually just love the idea of being with Nikki? I believe it's the latter. Because if he actually loved Nikki, then the second he saw her personality flip, he would have done anything it took to bring her back to normal. But he didn't. No, instead he chose to revel in his sordid, sick little fantasy instead of doing the right thing and doing what was best for Nikki, the woman he supposedly loved. A woman who deserved better than to lose all autonomy and become his obsessed little doll. In these types of psychological horror movies, or media, which I see this as, it's usually a woman that suffers at the hands of a man in some capacity. And honestly, I always find myself drawn to these types of characters, such as Maria from Silent Hill 2, if anyone's played that, Anya from Mouthwashing, and now Nikki from Obsession. Their tragedies, even to this day, stay with me. They didn't deserve the fate that came upon them. They were human beings with hopes and dreams that were taken away from them cruelly and unjustly. And in this ugly reality of ours, there are real women who have been subjected to this type of horror, unfortunately. It's been on the news many times, and it's something very topical right now in our media zeitgeist. Especially regarding a certain island, which I'm sure we have all heard of. I obviously won't get into it, but we all know what I mean. So I implore you, to any and all the guys out there who maybe have unrequited crushes or love, be better than Bernard. If a woman that you love doesn't feel the same as you, that's okay. Just like you have your own autonomy, let them keep theirs. Be better than Bernard. #be better than Bernard.